Hello everybody and welcome to AfroEPL. Match day 9, it's been a weekend of shocks and we're going to cover some of those because our African internationals had a lot to do with some of those shocks. It's been a fantastic week and some of our boys performed bigly. I'm so excited because we've had 7 goals from African internationals at the 1 assist. We had the 1 assist. So 7 goals and 1 assist. And to be fair, it's a wonderful turnaround for a match day for African internationals. We will be covering how our players did this week. We will be looking at exactly at who scored, who did an assist. And, there are some partnerships that we'll cover. But most of all, at the end of the day, we're going to be looking at who came up as the best African international player for this week. So the player of the week from AfroEPL will be crowned at the end of the show. So stay tuned. And whilst we're doing that, thank you very much for all those who are subscribing. Thank you very much for all those who are clicking the like buttons. Now, if you click that like button, guess what happens? This video, if you're enjoying it, if you relate to it, if it means anything to you, will be shared to more people who might just share your interests. So please, ladies and gentlemen, please just click that like button. It's right underneath this video, right there. Let's just can you see it? Yeah. Click the like button. Let's grow this channel. Thank you very much for all those who subscribe and keep subscribing. Let me hear your comments. Let me hear your thoughts about what you think about these players, what you think about the teams. It could be from a team perspective, from a country perspective, from a player perspective. Let's hear it in AfroEPL as we grow this channel. Let's crack on with what has happened in match day 9 because it started on Friday. Leeds versus Westham. Leeds versus Westham. I think we noticed a change because of the new coach for Westham. It's interesting to see that Diouf, our Senegalese brother Malik Diouf, has been pushed as a right winger because they are accommodating another DR Congo brother, Wan-Bissaka. So when Wan-Bissaka is in form, they are making a fantastic pairing on the flank between Wan-Bissaka and Diouf. And I think there might be some good that comes out of that. Well, not for this particular game because, of course, Leeds ended up winning the game 2-1. I don't know what's happening to West Ham. They cannot buy a win. It is shocking. For Malik Diouf's performance today, I'll give him a 6. And Wan-Bissaka was quite solid. But again, they're in a losing end. And I will give Wan-Bissaka a 6. For Leeds, we have no internationals for Leeds. Shocking, isn't it? Right. So that was Friday. Saturday started really well. One of the biggest shocks. Chelsea against Sunderland. What did I tell you about Sunderland? These guys they mean business. They mean business. They're not messing about. Sunderland turned up at Stamford Bridge and was like, okay, Chelsea, we have another story. You guys are not just going to walk over us. I think the most impressive thing about Sunderland was the partnership between Sadiki and Xhaka in the midfield. Oh my goodness. That work rate was crazy. I've not seen work rate like that for a longest time. But these boys didn't stop working. These boys kept working. Sadiki worked so hard in that midfield. I'll give Sadiki man of the match for that game with his work rate. An 8. Ronaldo came back from his suspension. Our Mozambique brother, who first of all had to deal with Neto. Neto was substituted, and then Estavio came in, and Ronaldo was solid. I'll give him a 7.5. They also had a brilliant performance from Bertrand Traoré, our Burkina Faso brother, who played about 60 minutes, I think. I'll give him a 7. Solid defensive work from Bertrand Traoré. So our internationals were not only defensively strong, but guess who came in I think he played only like 13 minutes. And guess who came in and scored the winning goal? A fantastic counter-attack. Chamsden Talbi. Oh my goodness. Our Moroccan brother came in and at the dying minutes of the game, fantastic run, fantastic counter-attack. Boom! First goal for my brother from Morocco. I was so happy for him. You could see how that meant for him. And that was our first goal for the week. And yes, Talbi, congratulations. I will give you a fine 8 for that performance. Although you played only 15 minutes, you have an 8. Newcastle against Fulham. Newcastle, of course, still don't have Wizza. I don't know. I mean, I've had so many contrasting stories about when he's going to be back, when he's not going to be back. I'm just tired. I just want to see Wizza in a Newcastle shed. My Toon brothers tell me exactly what your thoughts are. Because it's getting ridiculous, isn't it? Come on. We need him. We need him back as soon as possible. Newcastle came up with a 2-1 victory against Fulham. Calvin Bassey, he was of course a culprit with the error he made for one of the Newcastle goals. What were you thinking, my brother? Abi, Naweti. Oh my God, I was so gutted. But Calvin Bassey, I'll give him a 4.5. I think he was just very shaky. I don't know what was the matter. I don't know. Somebody tell me what is going on. But yeah, Bassey didn't have the best of games. Made that error for a goal, for one of Newcastle goals. Not the best. Iwobi was good. I think Iwobi was standard. Of course, playing against Newcastle away, it's tough for you to express yourself offensively, but his defensive work was really good. His defensive work was absolutely fantastic. So I'll give Iwobi for his defensive work a 6.5. Man United against Brighton. Man United are turning a corner. 3rd consecutive week. Congratulations to Man United. Of course, we had Bryan Mbeumo. Mbeumo was on fire. 2 good goals. Just when United was starting to struggle, and because of the confidence level, the moment Brighton started scoring, you could see the panic setting in, and Mbeumo was just there to calm the nerves with the 3rd goal. Then he came to 3-2, and then he scored the 4th goal just to give United some serenity and some peace and some reassurance that they can go ahead and win the game. So Mbeumo for me was man of the match with a big 9. Ahmad also played very progressive, very direct. I would give Ahmad a 7. For Brighton, we had Carlos Baleba played for about 60 minutes. Carlos Baleba was a little bit. I don't know. For some reason, he's not putting on the performances he put in last year. I think he is slowly but surely getting into the groove of things, but I think he can do better. Carlos Baleba, I will give him a 6. Minte was just very uncharacteristically missing loads of chances and making so much mistakes, and I don't know, the game wasn't clicking. So for 90 minutes I was looking at Minte going, you have to be an outlet, but it wasn't happening for him. I don't know what was happening. I was watching the game thinking, Minte, come on, you're better than this, let's go get this guy. But that didn't happen. So I'll give Minte 6. Brentford against Liverpool. Now this was one of the biggest shocks. And everybody knew that Liverpool will be a little bit on the edge coming into this game. And you could see it from the very first few minutes. 5 minutes in, a long throw, deflection, boom, guess who was there to say thank you for my goal? Dango Ouattara was there, our Burkina Faso brother, to literally just slam it in. Dango Ouattara was quite influential, causing the penalty against Van Dijk for Brentford to score one of the goals from a penalty spot. I will give Dango Ouattara an 8 for his performance. For Liverpool, we have Mo Salah. Mo Salah played 90 minutes in that game, back from being benched back-to-back games. I think he had so much to prove. I wouldn't say he had his best game. I wouldn't say that. But you could see the amount of pressure that he's putting upon himself. And I think it's impacting his game. So I wasn't very blown away by Mo Salah's performance. But guess what? We've always said here that Mo Salah is a man for the moment. Mo Salah is a man for the big moments. And guess what he did? He turned up for one of those moments. Although it was not a winning goal, it didn't really mean much. But Mo Salah scored one of the most incredible goals you will see this season. How he trapped that ball from the air, and then in the same action, as that ball touched down, he was ready to let out his shot to score, is incredible. World class. I mean, he would have most quiet game ever. But trust me, when it comes to finishing, guess who will be there? Mo Salah will be there to bury it. So a good goal from Mo Salah. I'll give him a 7. Now, Sunday came and Aston Villa was faced with Man City. Omar Mahmoud from Egypt played for a few minutes because he's just back from, I think it was 16 minutes. I'll give him a 5. Gerson also came in and played for, I think, about 15 minutes too. I'll give him also a 5. Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest. Semenyo for Bournemouth, not his best game. Still probing, still playing, still doing the things that he does, but he just did not have the finish. So no GA for Semenyo. And I will give Semenyo a 7 because he was still there. Amin Aldi, our Moroccan brother, played for about 20 minutes, so I'll give him a standard 6. Tayo Iwoniyi, our Nigerian brother, came in for 45 minutes. I was like, Tayo, you know what? I had bigged you up in the preview. Come in here and show your worth for those 45 minutes. Unfortunately, Tayo Iwoniyi did not even hit the target. So I'll give him a 6. Arsenal against Crystal Palace. Arsenal came out of winners for that game, 1-0. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Okay, this is a non-biased program, so cut that off. Anyway, Ismail Assar turned up. They were just bullied in the midfield, to be fair. Calafiori had his number. Every time he had a chance, Declan Rice just ran through him. I don't understand. I don't know. They were just outpowered, outsmarted. And Crystal Palace really didn't have much to show. Crescentus Uche, our Nigerian brother, came in very late. I don't understand that change, to be fair. Somebody explained to me in the comment section. Why did the coach have 3 substitutions at the dying minute? What was he trying to do? I was really surprised. But anyway, he gave a few minutes for Uche. He came in, unfortunately, did not make much of an impact because, of course, he had about 5 minutes to play. So I'll give him a 5. Wolves against Burnley. Man, that was a crazy game. Wolves, Munetsi, my Zimbabwean brother, scored a really good goal. You could see how hungry he was when he scored that goal. You could see him going rah. You could see the African warrior coming off him. He scored a really good goal. But he was on the losing side because Wolves ended up losing at home. They have not won any game. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So they lost that game 3-2. Munetsi, I'll give him a 7. Chachwa came in for a few. Chachwa had a cameo. I'll give him a standard 5. Now for Burnley. Tuanzebe had a really good performance in defense. So I'll give Tuanzebe a 7. Lyle Foster didn't start the game because he's coming back from an injury. He came in, I think he played only about 13 minutes, but guess what? He came in and he really, beautiful goal he scored. A good run, and then guess who gave him an assist? Hannibal, our Tunisian brother. Assist for South African brother finish. AfroEPL showing its strength, and that's what we want to do here, to tell the world that our brothers can smash it. They are smashing it. Assist by Hannibal, finish by Lyle Foster, and Burnley left Wolves with 3 points. Congratulations. Everton against Tottenham. Oh my goodness, that was such a good game. Most of our African internationals who are playing for these teams turned up really well. Beto played for 16 minutes. Well, he was probing. You know, Beto will give every defense a headache. He will be on your case. And yeah, he had a really good game. I'll give him a 7. Ganagay, constant, standard for Everton. He kept doing what he does best. I'll give Ganagay a 6.5. No, that's not fair. I'll give Ganagay a 7. Iliman Ndiaye creating chances, probing, always trying to be that outlet. It was difficult for Everton because Tottenham came with a really good game plan. But I'll give Iliman Ndiaye a 7. For Tottenham, we had Kudus. Kudus had a more, I've not noticed that, but he had a more central role. He played like a 10. Our Ghanaian brother played like a 10, and it was really effective. So he wasn't really just coming from flanks. He was playing quite central, and he had a really good game. No goals, no assists, but you could see that it's a new role, and I think it will come around. It'll come around. I was really happy with how he performed. So kudos, I'll give kudos a 7. Pape came in. He has not been finding minutes because, of course, competition for places, and you could see how frustrated he was. But guess what he did? How long did he play? Let me check. I think he played for about 12 minutes, but guess what? Boom. The man was in the net. He scored a really good goal, really good run from as a midfielder, making that late run, a clip in, and a good header to score his goal. You could see from his celebration he wasn't happy. He was like, yep, Mr. Frank, you can see this is what I do. I come in and I score. Let me see what you'll do next week. I need to be starting these games. Huh? I was so proud. I was so happy with that attitude. He's not going to fly out celebrating. He wanted to make sure that message goes out. So, look, when you bring me in, I score goals, because he has been banging in goals. So yeah, good goal from Pape, and they ran out victorious against Everton. First loss for Everton, first loss for our Evertonians, who have been in their new stadium. So I'm sure that's not a record that they wanted to relinquish yet, but that was how it came to pass. So 7 goals, 1 assist. Our African internationals came into day 9 on fire. So proud of what they did, and I'm looking forward to game 10. At this point in time, hot take, look at all the goals. Look at all the goals that were scored, and tell me what your thoughts are about where football is going to. When some people want to be smeary or want to be derogatory about set pieces, go and watch football. The modern day football is about set piece. That's where you have those margins to be able to make any difference. And that's what's happening. That is exactly what's happening in the Premier League. Loads of goals from free kicks, from corner kicks, from throw-ins. And that's how it is. Those are the margins that teams are winning. You remember when Man City started the tiki-taka, possession football, pressing, pushing teams into the box and making sure they just suffocate you and get the goals. By the time they got into the groove of building the game through transition with possession and pressure, teams started trying to catch up with them. By the time you start catching up, Man City were already on their third championship winning. And that's how it is. Now, if you look at the game is on set pieces. The game is won these days on set pieces. Arsenal are way up the curve already. They are on the other side of this. They have perfected this game. And that's what they are doing. Other teams now are trying to copy that and are trying to play like that. So they are on the other side. They are on the other side of perfection. Teams are learning. So they have the edge. Hence, why they are called Set Piece FC. And hence, why they keep winning their games. And hence, why they have about over 60% of their goals coming through set pieces. And now, the mainstream media is trying to make that as a dig. It is not a dig. This is just a team that is perfecting their art, their weapon, their arsenal. You see what I did there? You see? So, give credit to them, to Arsenal, for perfecting something, and other teams are looking and going, you know what? We won't just sit here. We have to learn how to score from set pieces. We need a set piece coach. Let's look at different ways. Let's look at different ways where we can score from set pieces. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. But guess what? Set Piece FC are already established and they have the edge. Right. Finally, our player of the week. It can only go to one person. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section down there, because the more you leave comments, the more YouTube will send this my video to so many people and this community will grow. So drop me a comment and let me know what your thoughts, your feelings are. And let me know if you agree with me for the AfroEPL player of the week. That can go only to one person. I think Bryan Mbeumo deserves our player of the week. 2 goals, man of the match performance, dragging United to a turn which I think United are desperate to have. So, Bryan Mbeumo, you win second consecutive week player of the week. If you don't agree with me, let me hear on the comment section. Thank you very much. That's all we had for today. I'm waiting to hear your comments on the comment section. I'm waiting to read your comments. I'll be replying to them. Please keep clicking the like button. Keep sharing this video. Let me hear your comments. Let's grow this channel. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. À bientôt. Asante. Bye.